Howdy guys, we're back here at the Old Bear's Den 3 shop, and we are working on getting some stuff done for a special little project me and Crazy are working on here. But we ran out of aluminum, and so I figured I'd make this little video, show you guys different ways we came up with to get us some aluminum. We first off went mining, got us some sapphires, and we've been processing them. Right now I got a bunch of them in here. We've been washing them and thermal centrifuging them and then getting them ready to be shredded. But we're working on clay right now because we needed some batteries. As you can see, I got a lot of them up here. I did notice there's something weird going on all of a sudden, and that is that yellow sapphires and blue sapphires are giving dust instead of the tiny refined in the thermal centrifuge, except NEI doesn't say it does. It says the tiny refined, so not sure what happened there. But we needed the batteries so we could get this done. We now have a HV electrolyzer, and we have that because we're going to try to do bauxite in it. Bauxite, you'll see, has a electrolyzing at 624, so just over 512. So technically 2 batteries should be enough in there to do this. Now I don't have it plumbed in any way to output stuff, but I want to see if it'll actually run with just 2 batteries in there. It looks like it's trying, but it must be a really long recipe. Let's see here. 499 seconds. Holy crap. So yeah, that's gonna run, and we have, I think, 3 batteries in there. 4. We have 4 batteries. So it should be just a little bit faster than what it was, or than the 499 seconds. But the other thing we're going to do is, I never got around to doing this, so I figure I'll try it today. And that is actually cooking bauxite with sodium. So let's drop that down there and grab us an ingot mold here. When we get all done with this, I'll take you outside and show you what all the aluminum is going for. Also been working on changing out my pipes over here. I had something weird happen with these. I had to replace all these with aluminum instead of wood because they burn up, since it's been a while since we've been here. But I had to replace these with stainless because the aluminum ones burn up from the acid. Came down to get charcoal. Forgot what I was doing. But I got a whole lot more stainless I gotta change out yet. Working on it little by little here. Just like I want to get my periodic table built over here. I haven't got that started yet. Alright, so we're going to light this up. We're going to hit this button. That's going to drop all 3 of them in there. Do it 5 times. That'll give us a nice little amount in there. We got to hit 933 and we should get aluminum. Now the difference between doing this way and the electrolyzer, this is going to be quicker, but we're going to get no fluids out and we're not going to get the 1 rutile. We're just going to get aluminum. So for less energy and less time, we're going to get just aluminum. And damn, with this tungsten, that shit's quick. Yeah, I was worried about that. Some of the sodium went out because it was too hot. Sodium boils at 1156. And we just dropped below that. So I got to be careful with that. If I wasn't wearing my hazmat suit, that would have hurt. Alright. So in that little bit of time, we ended up getting 15. And there's going to be another 16 there. Or another one for 16. And let's go down and see how our electrolyzer's doing down here. See if it's anywhere near being done. It's almost done. So let's see how much we get out of it here when this one gets done. We should get the exact same amount, 16 and 1 rutile. But we're going to go through a lot of power to do that. Luckily, I got all that solar and wind power up there, so I'm not even hitting my mark. So I would say, unless you're really desperate for rutile and you don't want to deal with getting sodium, which clay is a good way to get the sodium. What you get out is oxygen and water, so, you know, who really needs oxygen? And water, depending on where you live, you might need that. I would personally go with the sapphires, because all these sapphires here, I'll show you here, sapphire dust, they give aluminum and another element, orange being copper, and you get oxygen. It's only 96 EU a tick and only 76 seconds. So it's a lot better using sapphire. And then you still have the old trusty bentonite and the hell's the one I always use? Almandines. That's just one thing about that HV down there. I can now actually use all this almandine that I have from getting aluminum before in an HV 320, and that'll give me more oxygen, aluminum, iron, and silicon. So it'll be a nice way to keep from having to cook silicon dioxide into silicon. So I can do this as well now, which is even better than that bauxite. But if you're like me, you don't like to have stuff that's just sitting around without a use, so this gives us a way to get rid of that bauxite. I'm probably just going to go ahead and throw it in the electrolyzer myself, because I have so much power. But I really wouldn't suggest it. Cooking it's going to be a lot better. And Crazy had asked me, and I looked it up, and no, there is no molten bauxite, so you cannot put it into a mixer and automate it that way. Whether or not that'll change eventually, I don't know. But all of this work we've been doing is so we can get our distillation tower redone. I say our because the only time Crazy's on here anymore is to be over here with me and help me get this stuff done. We took out all the copper pipes, put in all this non-nupal aluminum. We still have to figure out what we're going to do about the bridge here. We put in dirt here, hoping it's going to protect it some, but I really don't know if it is or not. We also need to redo the solid out of the back. We need to do it kind of like we have on the other one over at the Bear's Den Village. But we ran all of this all the way up here. Now it looks like we have a creeper up here. I'm on a different instance than I normally am, so I can actually see them. Normally I have monsters turned off on my map, but I actually have had one blow up right near my tanks, so it's actually good that I have it on so I can see them, because losing these tanks is not a good thing. But this is what we did. We got this wrapping all the way around the tanks, and this is where it's incoming from. And then filters. I haven't set all of this up. I think we have, let me look here. This one is done, I think. We haven't ran it. Yeah, that's the lubricant. That's the fuel. And then we haven't done the other ones. This one here is going to be the diesel. This will be petrol. And that's why I've got these in my inventory here. And then we'll have butane, propane, and kerosene back here. But I have to get them set up yet. And then we'll do a run on the old distillation tower there. And Crazy needs lubricant for the saw. That's all we're doing this for, is to get lubricant into the saw. I've been working for the last 2 days trying to get this done. So hopefully in the next few days you guys can see what we've been working towards. Some of you might be able to guess what it is by the hint I gave last time by showing those casings. But we will see. And I'm going to get the rest of these sapphires done, get us some more aluminum done, which I don't really need anymore. I've gotten all of it I needed. I needed it for those non-nickel pipes up there. And still doing some repiping around here. I need to get all these wood pipes back here gotten rid of yet. It's been a long time since we've been back here. And me and Crazy are actually talking about possibly doing another area. We haven't quite decided yet, but we might end up going to a new area here. And if we do, we'll do a fresh start. I don't know what's going on with the village. I haven't seen anybody other than me and Crazy and, Shadow Jr. And there isn't much reason for us to go back to the one we have here when we have the one on the other server. So I'm just kind of waiting on everybody else to show back up, and then we'll head back over there when they're back. But you know how people are. Sometimes they get burnt out on a game or something and want to take a break, or life hits them. You never know. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I just want to let you guys know we haven't abandoned this place. We're still here. Still ain't figured this thing out yet. We just been so hard at work over on Bear's Den that we ain't had a lot of time for over here. But when we come up with project ideas that'll fit better over here than over there, because of how late in the game they are, we come back over here to play with it. So have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time.